That is what we're about to find out in this video. I'm Viktor Thorup, a two-time Olympian, but also very big on all this sports health technology. God, I have tried a lot of Garmins, a lot of Polars, and now I decided to give this one, the Kospet Tank M3 Ultra, a shot. I've been very curious to this because it comes at $149 if you go on their website, which is basically, to be honest, a tenth of the latest Garmin products. So I got excited when I saw this came out, and it's my first Kospet product. So in this video, I'm just gonna tell you a bit about how it was using this watch for an entire month now. Does it live up to the expectations? Obviously, the low price point is very appealing, and when you look at all the things that comes with this watch, the technology behind it, the app, seemingly as good as the big brands out there. Now, as a speed skater, I had the opportunity to test this in just about any sport you can imagine. We do train a lot on shoes and on the bike, the gym, and obviously skating. So that's been a great opportunity for me to try out this watch in just about any environment. The first thing we should look at is the exterior of the watch. If I give you some close-ups here, you can see it's pretty decent quality, or it looks like it. It's about as heavy as the main models from Garmin, the Epics and the Phoenix that I'm used to. It comes with stainless steel. There's a different color options here. And then a nice little feature is that you get two wristbands, which I think is super cool. You have the sporty one that I personally prefer, and then you also have a more classy looking one. Now, the screen itself is a little more square looking than what I'm used to from Garmin. It reminds me a little more of an Apple Watch, actually, in the terms of the design of it. I do like that, though. It doesn't really bother me whether it's a circle or if it's a square when you're actually using the interface. The screen itself is an AMOLED, so very high quality, and having tried to play around with the different backgrounds, I put in my own photos of high quality from my phone, and they seem pretty decent when they're on the watch, so that's a big plus. Now, the watch is equipped with 4 buttons, 2 on each side, and those are pretty simple using for navigation, but it also does have a touch screen, so those are mostly for your in-workout navigation. Now, the interesting part using this in my daily training, the first thing I want to touch on here is the battery life. The battery life is simply extraordinary. I've been using it for a month. I charged it once, and it's currently at 60% of battery, which that beats anything I've ever tried before. So that's very, very impressive. The charging itself is pretty quick, 45 minutes, and then it's half charge. So that's not very long you would have to wait there. Now, one of Kospet's big selling points of this watch is its durability. So I took that to a test here, dropping it on just about every surface you can imagine from different heights, and it is doing perfectly well. Waterproof, so I did end up testing it underwater and even leaving it in my sink for about 10 minutes, and it is also just fine.
In the snow, as you can see here. It's been 3 hours and 14 minutes, and it works. So quality is not bad, honestly.
As for the app connectivity, pretty simple. The app itself has the features you would need. The only thing here that can bother you if you use 2 other apps, say the Garmin, of course it's going to be different here. That's something you would have to get used to when you track your workout specifically, how that works, how to navigate around the app, see your different stats. I do think the phone app especially is very, very simple and easy to go at. So that will of course take a little bit of adaptation, but they did a really good job, I think. And then I also just love how much you can customize this. You can basically, because the screen is so large, it's a big part of the watch, you can play around with that, and you can basically just make your own watch, which I had a lot of fun playing around with. Now, I do also appreciate, especially as an elite athlete, trying to have a somewhat normal life next to sports, that it is still a pretty stylish watch. It doesn't look too sportish, even though, I mean, it works perfectly fine for sports. Kospet also has some other models. My wife Sophia tried this one out, ended up getting her own Kospet watch, which has a little more of a feminine touch to it, or simply just like taking it a level up when it comes to the style and casual advantages of it. Now, the precision of the watch is identical to what I've experienced with Garmin. Going for runs, there's basically no difference, and not even a significant difference in one versus the other when comparing it to my Phoenix 7 Garmin watch. So that's been pretty much a positive surprise as well. So just a final note here, I do really invite all of you guys to get a Kospet watch. Give it a try if you're on a budget. It is pretty extreme or wild. To me, I'm a little mind blown how much watch you can get for $149. So yeah, Kospet watches, you can definitely get a good smartwatch here. Personally, as you may have seen in this channel, I am pretty big on Garmin. I like their software as well. I use that, but for $149, you can get something that is basically as precise in terms of GPS. Design is obviously a subjective thing, but the Kospet watches, the Tank M3 Ultra in particular, has been a very, very positive surprise to me, and I look forward to following and using a Kospet in the future, seeing where they take the brand and what's next for them. If you are interested in this watch, I'll leave a link below where you can get it. I think you'll save 6%. So still worth it, even though the watch is pretty cheap already. Let me know if you have any Kospet experiences in the comment section. I'd be very, very excited to hear from you. It is not every day that you find something that works like that for that little money. So big shout out to the Kospet guys. That is honestly impressive.